Hey guys, so Qondanisa and Samantha finally meet up, and at first she doesn't want him to come into her house. Eventually she gives in, and Qondanisa starts with his apologies. Now, Samantha is acting hard to get. She's like, "Ugh, I don't care about this guy. I don't know why he's here." But you can deeply see that Samantha loves Qondanisa, and she loves the fact that he is coming after her. So they do talk about the fact that if they do get back together, they need to figure out the situation that she had a child with another man, as well as the fact that her aunt and his uncles need to meet up together from the last interaction that they had, and they ended up going off on a good note. He left with smiles and laughs, and he thought that he would have the same interaction with his first wife, Mamchunu. Now, she thought that they would go to this fine dining restaurant, top of the top, and it would have starters, main meal, dessert, different wines, selection of healthy meals, salads, kanti. He took her to a township restaurant, chillers area, the typical bench outside. He took her there where that on the menu definitely there's a burger and chips. Yep, and she was disappointed. She was looking at this place like, oh my gosh, why are you taking me to such a poverty-stricken area? I was expecting hors d'oeuvres. I was expecting fine dining. And he's shocked. He's like, how? You have food in front of you. And she's like, hey, I'm on a diet. I'm eating healthy. I'm gymming. And now you're giving me junk food. Come on. So already she was like pissed, disappointed. Qondanisa starts trying to win her over, but she really couldn't care less. And eventually she tells him that, listen, if you want to win me over and if you want me to accept your apology, buy me a farm. And in the conventions, she says that she knows that Qondanisa will never have money to buy her a farm. That's why she gave him such a high expectation. And the funny part was Qondanisa saying that he knows that he could never be able to afford a farm, so he has to accept the fact that she's going to be angry with him for the rest of his life. Now, she ends up leaving in a very harsh way because he brings up the situation of his kids. So remember, he has kids with her, he has kids outside, but there's one kid that he has that is with her cousin. Remember last season, her cousin came up to give her a confrontation and basically tell her something, which was that she slept with her husband as well as she's expecting her husband's child. So she says she doesn't really likes to be around Qondanisa's other kids because they remind her of his infidelities, but especially that child. She doesn't like to be around them, and unfortunately, remember that they are cousins. So this girl has expressed to Qondanisa how Mamchunu doesn't even greet this child. And Mamchunu's like, yeah, I'm standing 10 feet down. I'm not going to greet that child. I want nothing to do with the child because of how that child was conceived. And I hate to say it, but I understand where she's coming from. And this is where parents need to realize that your actions become the sins of the child. I cannot imagine having to play and laugh around with a child which was conceived during my hurt. Eventually, she can't even deal with Qondanisa and she leaves as usual. And I wonder, these two, why are they still married? Because you can see that the love is gone, and it's a thing of we've been together for so many years and that's why we're holding on. Otherwise, I cannot see the love within them. The next couple is Qondanisa no Phindile. Phindile is meeting up with her sister and they're having a catch-up session about how she feels about Qondanisa wanting another wife and the fact that he basically has a heir who is the firstborn, who is not her child, yet she is the first wife. Now, she mentions how Ushandiso always knew that she wasn't ready for a child and she felt betrayed by him going and doing this with another woman. Now, the sister basically tells her the reality. Shandiso did not pay your full lobola. He's still yet to go and pay lobola. So if you want to call it off, it is still quite early to call it off. But do you think that his family are going to want the cows that they've already invested in you? And she's like, yeah, but then again, they don't deserve it because I've been with Ushandiso for how long? So there's no way that they can ask for it. She then further along talks about how he says that he will only go and complete her lobola if she has a child. Can you imagine? And the sister's like, nah. I feel like he's trapping you because he knows that once you have a child with him, you technically can't leave his side. So yeah, she says there's a lot of thinking that she needs to actually do. Does she actually even want to continue staying with him? Because how does she know this is the last wife? Anyway, Ushandiso decides to take Opendi out for lunch at a restaurant, and they're literally enjoying their meal until he says, we have a guest, which is Mahadebe, who's the alleged second wife, and Opendi loses it. Immediately, she literally wants to beat up this chick, and Ushandiso was trying to stop. They don't even have like a proper conversation with this girl, and immediately she takes a glass of water trying to spill it on Ushandiso. Upendi is just aggressive, like yo at the 10, like it is too much. I definitely believe that if cameras are not there, Ushandiso is not there, those two are gonna break the house down or wherever they are down, because Opendi has a lot of anger that she wants to take out. Anyway, she says they need to leave. She takes Ushandiso, and that pisses Umahadebe like to the max, because she's like, you called me here and now you're leaving me with your wife. He gets in the car with his first wife. They drive, and then somehow, somewhere, he gets out the car because he realizes if he leaves, Umahadebe is going to be like so pissed at him. So he tries to come back, tries to speak to Umahadebe, and then Umahadebe in the confessional, she's like, you know what, this has given me even more power to fight. This is the challenge. She's literally making me push harder. And I'm like, baby girl, this is no challenge. The only challenge that there is in life is going through school and working at the same time. This is not a challenge that you need to go through, baby. You know, some women feel like this is the ups and downs of a relationship. It is not. This is simply BS. Eventually, he apologizes to Umahadebe as well, and things calm down and they decide to leave. We have the new wife of Udulas, Mathabitabi, and she meets up with a friend where she talks about the ups and downs of her relationship with Dulas. So it seems like her and Dulas used to break up, make up all the time, because he was literally a cheating, D all over the place. And her friend asks her, like, girl, are you ready for Istanbul? Like, are you ready to be wife number, I don't know? And she's like, yes, I am. I love Udulas and I'm sticking beside him. And her friend is like, do your family know? And she says, no one knows. And the reason no one knows is because no one would approve of this, especially my dad, because obviously, this is dumb. You are 23. You have so much to live for. You don't have a child as yet with this man. Yet, you want to become a third wife to two crazy women, which she says she knows of, and a guy who's so close to turning 40. Like, be effing for real, But anyway, we have come to the end of today's episode. I saw next week's episode is very hot, because Dulas finds out so much with the other two wives. But we have come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell down below. Till next time, love and light. Bye.